Hello again, my name is Sandra Esena Mafene. Let's do more business and we focus our attention now to the Cedi's performance. And the Cedi's sharp depreciation over the past weeks could come with some negative impact on the economy. This was after the local currency crossed the dreaded 5 Ghana Cedi mark against the dollar. But how will this impact on individuals and businesses? George Viafe has more in this report.
Currency has witnessed some serious depreciation against the dollar over the past week. We understand this challenge has been influenced by serious pickup in corporate demand for dollars to help finance their imports, which has not been adequately met with improved dollar supply. Some of the currency dealers, for instance, have told Joy Business that the market has been virtually flat with no supply of dollars from the regulator. This has actually led to the Cedi losing grounds against the dollar. But looking at the structure of the economy, should we be worried about the Cedi's performance? Well, some have said yes. First, let's look at the impact on prices of goods and services. Since we are an import-led economy, an immediate impact of this development could be prices of goods and services going up, since these importers might want to pass on the cost of actually importing these goods to consumers. One cannot forget about the fact that fuel prices had been fairly stable over the past months because of how the Cedi had fared then against the dollar. The development could also impact on the cost of production of businesses, which could lead to a cut in production, resulting in them witnessing some declines in profits. On the national level, it could also increase government's import bill and the cost of borrowing, since a large portion of our loans are secured in dollars. This could mean that more Ghana cedis be needed to pay off these debts, and possibly this could affect some projects that have been outlined in the budget as a result of this development.
All right, so Charles Mensah is an investment analyst and he joins me on the phone for a discussion. Thanks so much for your time, sir.
Thank you for having me.
All right, great. So we are back to the same question again, but I still have to ask you, what should government be doing to lessen the burden on businesses?
I think it's not really a burden. It's to be expected, because around this time, most businesses that imported goods on credit for the festive occasion would definitely have to pay back. Usually they give them 60 days, 90 days. So around this time, everybody wants to stay within the credit term that was given. Right. And therefore, they would push the bank to transfer or to pay or to effect payment on their behalf. So this is the time that there's some seemingly pressure on the Cedi. But as we speak, we haven't gotten into a situation or a point where Bank of Ghana will pump some amount of dollars in the system.
At what point can you say that Bank of Ghana should actually do that?
Well, I think we should allow the market itself to determine, because don't forget that each time the Cedi depreciates against the dollar, those who do export goods from Ghana abroad, they tend to enjoy more Cedis, and then they can even service their debt quickly on time. So sometimes it's not to their benefit to ensure that the Cedi itself finds its own level. Except that those who import, because like George was saying, equally we import a lot of things. So those who import are or will be worried about the amount or the quantity of Cedis that they have to put across. But I'm sure the way we are becoming a bit sophisticated financially,
right,
some of the companies are beginning to do forward buying of the dollar to the extent that they negotiate with the likes of Barclays Bank and Sanchez that I'll be needing a certain quantity of dollars around this time, and therefore what will be the rate. So, and then there are some people also who will sit back and all they do is to trade in currency, which doesn't necessarily reflect what the balance of payments and balance of trade, because their currency traded. It's their benefit to speculate. So if the depreciation is largely driven by speculation,
right,
then in itself it would change. But if it's not driven by speculation, but then the trade or the balance of payment, then it will settle in the end.
Right. Mr. Mensah, quickly, for businesses themselves, what should they be doing, or their approach should be to lessen the exposure of the fluctuations on the operations?
I mean, most businesses, as I know, it used to be a point that they will sit down and wait for when they are ready to pay. But these days, as long as you're getting the Cedi on time, you should be able to do some predictability and some arrangement, some forward arrangement with your bankers. Therefore, you place the city, either the city go into some overnight account, or the city itself, you place it against a certain quantity of dollars, so that when it comes to the time that you are paying your creditors, you will not suffer any exchange translation. But if you don't do that and you wait, then you have a bit of exchange translation being passed on to you, which eventually you end up passing on to customers. But there's a competition out there. I'm not sure it will be easy for you to pass on to customers.
Okay, so at what point can we say that, okay, the city's performance against the dollar, it's okay now, because you said we should allow it to settle on its own. So at what point can we say it's okay, and going forward in the short term, what measures should we be putting in place to make sure that it doesn't further go down?
I think it's more of the import and the things that we import into the country. As long as we are reducing the import and increasing the export, we will have a positive balance of payment. The city can stabilize for a long time. If you look at the trend in the last year, we had a similar thing, not too much. So in itself, it's just a blip. It will not go too much. It's just a blip. Because as long as we start exporting, because over the last couple of weeks, you notice that there are some announcements about the oil industry. If more volumes of crude oil are going to be exported, that means that we're getting more dollars. And last week also, we had the Anglo Gold being resumed. That means that we're going to export more gold to increase our forex reserve. So it means that predictability and going forward, the exchange rate will not suffer the way we had in the past.
All right, grateful for your time. Mr. Charles Mensah is an investment financial analyst actually, and he's been speaking to us about the Cedi and its performance against the dollar. Let's go to the commodity market now. And crude oil is actually traded today at $60.81 a barrel after going down by 33 cents, while gold lost 93 cents to open the market with $1,282 an ounce. Time now to check out how other commodities traded today. So it's a wrap for business with me, Sandra Esenamapene. Do enjoy your weekend and do not drink and drive. But if you feel like drinking something, you can actually go for some baby food, and my director can actually relate to this. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great weekend.